I've been walking around Urbana all day. You're seeing all kinds of new things, construction, new signs going up. The school says it has never been told not to let the mother take her son home, but police say that's not the real problem. The parents pulled their kid out of school as well as the student's first grade sibling as soon as they got word it was the swine flu. There's still a lot we don't know about what happened in this house behind me. The water's moving so quickly that just in the last hour it's crept over this curb and into the road, creeping closer and closer to people's homes. No one is coming in and no one is coming out. Right now the SWAT team is still out here. We've definitely seen some motorcycles go cranking by and it turned some heads.
As soon as I seen them like run on our driveway towards the back, I ran upstairs. I told everybody to get inside the room.
13-year-old DeAndre knew something wasn't right. When he saw someone snooping around the house, he switched into Big Brother mode, protecting the younger kids.
Scary moment. This is where they ran right up.
The four kids hid in their parents' room. Then they heard the back door get kicked in.
That noise was like a pounding noise. It just slammed right open.
And that's when 11-year-old Mario called 911.
We were just telling each other to get down, hide, and be quiet. Don't talk loud.
The oldest brother locked the door and grabbed his dad's machete, kept hidden in case of an emergency. Mario stayed on the phone with the dispatcher while trying to keep his sisters calm.
I was starting to freak out and like I couldn't keep myself calm. So Mario guided me and DeAndre like, just keep calm, we're right here, you're safe.
By the time police got here, the men had left the house, but not long after, the kids were able to spot them in the neighborhood and point police to their guys.
The most scariest day of my life. I don't ever want to go to that ever again.
The scariest day for their mom and dad, too. But they couldn't be more proud of how their kids pulled together.
They all work together as a team. And if they didn't work together as a team, I don't think the two suspects would have been in custody right now. She couldn't believe it. Her whole town came out to welcome her home. She said she has never felt so loved.
Jim and Jackie Rayburn have gotten pretty good at waiting for a phone call or an email, waiting to hear their daughter was okay. Now, after 15 months of waiting, their daughter is coming home.
I'm just so excited, and I get really emotional thinking about her driving into town and seeing this much support. I think she's going to be so surprised and so proud.
Family and friends lined the street. The anticipation just kept building until finally the waiting was over.
Welcome home. Welcome real home. We just wanted to touch her. We've heard her voice for many months. We've emailed, webcammed. But to be able to hug her, put my arms around her.
The whole community wanted to do the same. Captain Rayburn was welcomed home like a true hero.
It feels really good to be home right now.
Now she's home with the people she loves and the little ones she hardly knows. But at this moment, it all makes sense. And it's all been worth it.
This is why America is worth fighting for. People like this, support like this is what keeps everybody going, especially the troops.
Mark Palmer and his wife spend a lot of time in downtown Champaign. They love the sights and sounds. Well, not every sound.
A motorcycle or a group of them will come through being extra loud, and everyone's conversation will come to a complete stop.
The Champaign Downtown Association did a survey to find out what people thought about the area. Motorcycle noise got a big thumbs down.
Seem to rev their engines loud, and whether it be on purpose or just the type of motorcycle they have.
Police say enforcing the law isn't easy. Motorcycle noise can't be above about 80 to 82 decibels. That's just average traffic sound. Then when it bounces off tall buildings, well, you can see how it gets tricky. Martha Kelly hopes a few noisy riders don't give all of them a bad name.
I would not defend anyone's right to go downtown and, you know, where the buildings are tall on each side and just crack it wide open just to make noise.
Noise ordinances have been put in place across the country. Some cities ban motorcycles from riding down certain streets.
Although if you could get down and look into the exhaust, anything that's more open is going to be probably louder.
At Andres Harley-Davidson, they tell people to watch their pipes so they can keep their rights.
This is a sport that we enjoy and we don't want to see it go away, and so it is a concern, which is why we take a stance.
But as complaints roar in, the city may be forced to act.
I don't think we want to reach that point in downtown Champaign. That's not what we're about. We want everyone to enjoy this, but we need to respect each other's enjoyment.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Amanda Evans. Firefighters in Champaign were kept busy this Labor Day holiday. Flames ripped through a vacant home in the 400 block of West Beardsley. Crews were called there just after 6. The firefighters had to cut a hole in the roof to let the smoke out, and the fire started in the back of the 2-story home. Firefighters called in extra people to keep the fire under control. The home is for sale and investigators are at the scene. The swine flu scare kept U of I doctors working today. McKinley Health Center stayed open for the holiday to take care of 6 students. Doctors believe they've seen more than 100 cases. Some students at the clinic today say they waited for about an hour and the waiting room was packed. Others say they're not taking it too seriously but are noticing the changes on campus.
There's a couple people in there with masks, but I would think it was just like flu or cold symptoms. Because there's a sign in there that says if you're coughing or anything, either cover it up or you may be asked to wear a mask.
U of I doctors are working with the health district to give out the H1N1 vaccine. It's due out in November. The U of I is not alone in its fight against this virus. More than 1,600 cases have been reported at campuses nationwide. Washington State University could have a whopping 2,000 cases. Emory University in Atlanta, about 50 cases, and that school is keeping all 6 students confined to one dorm. All universities are telling kids if you're sick, stay home. Well, Champaign police are mapping out a plan to fight crime before it happens. Officers are meeting with city leaders at tomorrow's council meeting. They'll toss around ideas on how to get the community involved. They want citizens to feel comfortable coming to police with concerns. The mystery of a 6-year-old boy who vanished 2 years ago has finally been solved. Police in Illinois found the boy on Friday and say he's been locked in a tiny secret room of his grandmother's house. In dollar signs tonight, Kraft Foods won't be making an Easter candy favorite. British candy maker Cadbury turned the company down. Kraft has been trying to work out a $17 billion deal to merge the 2 companies. Kraft has hoped to create one company and turn it into a snack and candy powerhouse. Says the merger could create $50 billion in profits every year. Cadbury says the deal just wasn't sweet enough. Well, there was no shortage of American pride at the Labor Day parade in Urbana today. Parents brought the little ones downtown to enjoy a beautiful day outside, and some of the local high school bands marched up the street, and the free goodies kept them coming back for more.
We love parades. It's a beautiful morning to be out. It's a great way to spend your Labor Day. It's fun to see all the floats, all the workers, and of course the candy.
Our little girl liked the candy, but hopefully that she'll get to see some of the people in the parade as well, all the representatives, all the schools, and the bands and everything else.
I'm thinking she's checking out the candy. Well, the parade was hosted by the Champaign County Laborers. A more Labor Day tradition as the Sweet Corn Festival in Hoopeston comes to a close. Well, if you didn't make it, here's your chance. Well, firefighters in Michigan were working overtime this Labor Day. Crews battled 3 vacant structure fires overnight. Firefighters are calling it arson. One of the homes has been set on fire several times before. 2 other homes just blocks away went up in flames. Firefighters say they were thankful for calm winds. Could have been much worse. And a riot in Texas is caught on camera. Hundreds of teenagers poured out in the streets of downtown Amarillo around midnight after the clubs closed for teen night. Witnesses say people were punching and yelling out gang names. No one was arrested. Now to some good news. Families turned out to Douglas County today for a slice of tradition. It was the annual Arthur Cheese Festival. This is the first year the fun extended into Labor Day, and huge crowds poured out for day 3. There was plenty of entertainment to keep little ones smiling for hours, from bouncy slides to those pony rides. People of all ages were smiling.
I really like it. We've enjoyed the food, and Karsten seems to really like the music and the pony ride so far, so it's been fun.
Well, the Cheese Festival slices up 2 giant 300-pound wheels of fresh cheddar each year. Festival goers are quick to gobble them right up because the cheese is free. And some rides were free for some people down in their luck in Atlanta. Grammy-winning rapper Ludacris gave away 20 cars. 4,000 people wrote to the Rappers Foundation. They said they needed the cars to keep their jobs. Along with the cars, they got free gas for 30 days. That sounds pretty good. I think I should have signed up for that. Well, doctors are seeing more hip injuries, how you can avoid the problem. Also ahead on WCIA 3 News at 10.